Top corner of the track here, and down the hill they come, getting a bit of momentum going, and Sceaux has got them really stretched out here. Dunraven Storm is now tailed off. They're coming down towards the next, which is 3 out here in the Arkle. Sceaux, steadied at it by Ruby Walsh. Another beautiful leap. Vibrato Valtat got in a bit tight. Godzone is challenging him for second. Jossis Hill moves into fourth. Three Kingdoms is next. And then the others really struggling to try and pick up this leader. Sceaux comes down the hill now. Long run before they get to the last two fences. Godzone now goes into second place within 2 lengths of the leader. Then comes Vibrato Valtat, followed then by Jossis Hill, who continues to battle away as they turn for home here in the Arkle. It's Sceaux in front, comes towards it with the lead of 2.5 lengths. Godzone on the outside, looking pretty dangerous though as they go down towards the final fence. Sceaux now has to dig deep here. He leads by about a length from Godzone. Jossis Hill in third is staying on powerfully. Up the hill they go. Sceaux is the leader in the Arkle as they race inside the final furlong. He's clear by 5 or 6 lengths, and it's going to be 2 out of 2 at the festival for Mullins and Walsh. Sceaux makes every yard most of the way and wins the Arkle comfortably. Godzone was an honourable second, followed by Jossis Hill, then Vibrato Valtat, and Court Minstrel stayed on for 5th.
Vibrato Valtat and Traffic Fluid is still in touch in 5th place. So moving then towards the third from home, just over half a mile to travel. Sceaux was quick there, very neat, very economical. Simply Ned is bustled up on the outside of Sire Grouchy, and now Sire Grouchy is shaken up to try and close down Sceaux as they turn their heads for home in the final 2 fences in the Clarence House. Still, Walsh sitting quietly, riding with reins of glass on Sceaux, more animated on Sire Grouchy. Traffic Fluid trying to stake a claim. Here's the second last. Sceaux, a prodigious lead. He led by a length and a half there. On down towards the final fence. Sire Grouchy, tenacious, trying to get on terms. Walsh shakes up Sceaux, approaching the final fence. He moves 2 lengths clear once more. Sceaux, a tremendous leap at the last. Surely that settled it. Sire Grouchy is sticking to the task willingly. Traffic Fluid back in third. Sceaux is powering clear. Sceaux, a star in the ascendancy, wins the Clarence House, hard held. Tight for second between Sire Grouchy and Traffic Fluid, then Vibrato Valtat and Simply Ned.
First number 4, Sceaux, and a photo finish for second place.
First, Gamble has taken second. Alexander's coming there as well. Special Tiara behind those. Sceaux, though, travelling strongly at the second last. Took off a long way from it. Reached, got over it okay. On the left is Top Gamble. On the right is Alexander trying to get hold of Sceaux, who's approaching the final fence now, the 14th and last. Big leap over it. Lands safely. Alexander's running a massive race. Has moved into second place. 3 lengths behind him, and then Top Gamble as they race up towards the line. Sceaux leading by 2 or 3 lengths now, and is going to repeat last year's success, and it's Sceaux and Ruby Walsh who win. Great run on the return for Alexander, second place. Top Gamble in third. Dodging Bullets has run home in 4th.
First, number 6, Sceaux. Second, number 7. Third, number 5, the 4th place horse, number 1. The full result of race 4, the Spectra Cyber Security Solutions, Clarence House Steeplechase. First, number 6, Sceaux.
Up on the outside of Sceaux as they come to the pond. Sceaux on the inside, Sire Grouchy right there now as these two begin to exchange blows as they make the turn back towards the second last. Sceaux on the far side, Ruby Walsh, Sire Grouchy, Jamie Moore towards the near side. Sceaux a slight mistake. Sire Grouchy has now got alongside a break of 3 lengths back to Godzone as they race up towards the 13th and final fence in a Tingle Creek. Sceaux on the far side will have a slender lead, but he gets into the bottom of the fence. Sire Grouchy lands running. Godzone still has a chance, and then back in 4th, Ahmad. It's Sire Grouchy who puts his white blaze in front. Sceaux, though, he's battling back. Sceaux now takes the lead and races the line. Sceaux wins a classic renewal of the Tingle Creek and beats Sire Grouchy, and on the inside,
Sceaux comes in to take it. Great job over safely. Uxizandra, Aso, Vanetur, Josses Hill, Empire of Dirt trying to get out of trouble in a bit of a crowding issue there as they race on towards the final turn. And Underso still pouring it on. They're trying to close him down though. Underso by 4 or 5 lengths. Aso running a big race in second in hot pursuit. Then after the Sub-Lieutenant Vanetur, Josses Hill, Empire of Dirt is now pulled out wide and begins to run on. 2 out Underso. Brilliant again there. 4 or 5 lengths to Aso second. Sub-Lieutenant Empire of Dirt, Josses Hill. Are they playing for places? Underso, here it is. The final fence, Underso. Oh, he was superb. Underso now muscling his way up the hill. Chasing hard is Sub-Lieutenant. Can he hold on? Underso up in distance today. Can he last it out up the hill? He's driven out by Ruby Walsh. He's going to get there. Underso wins the Ryanair. Sub-Lieutenant in second, Aso third, and Empire of Dirt was fourth.
Side Underso, they've moved on from Sceaux Royal and St Calvados. 2 left to take. Underso and Altior. Underso jumps it slightly the better. Altior about half a length down. He's having to be shaken up, but moves alongside on the run down towards the last. And Altior sweeps to the front now in the Tingle Creek. Underso battling bravely on the inside. A good jump keeps him in the game as they set off up the Sandown Hill. It's Altior on the stand side beginning to assert from Underso, who has given his all, but whatever the conditions, the result always seems to be the same. Altior remains unbeaten over obstacles and wins the Tingle Creek. Underso contributed massively to a good race with St Calvados third and Sceaux Royal in 4th place. Mutual respect probably, because 9 times Grade 1 winner Underso has had to give best to Altior, who travelled into the race. Underso's jumping kept it in it over the last 2, but from the last, as so many times, we saw Altior see his race out strongly. One of the classiest 2-mile chasers of modern years, and he remains unbeaten over obstacles.
Then Colmore Lock on towards the final fence. Underso powering through this deep ground, falls 6, 7, 8 lengths clear of Sporadic. Here is the last fence now. Underso measured it okay. Sporadic over in second place and on the run for home. Underso is shaken up to make certain of it. This magnificent horse, Underso, striding up towards the line at Ascot to win a 3rd Clarence House chase. Underso wins the 20th win of his career, and 8th Grade 1. Sporadic in second, made a bold bid. Back in third.
Fences left to jump, and it's Underso and Patrick Mullins at the fence on the home turnover and clear. Duvan second. Then comes Min with the game changer. Dr. Phoenix is now ridden along. Then Atwell Phil. Ordinary World is trying to make ground. Racing round the home turn with 2 fences left to jump. Underso is ridden along for the first time in the race. Duvan is trying to close. Then comes Min. With after Min, Atwell Phil, Ordinary World. The game changer is next. They've 2 fences left to jump, and it's Underso at the second last by 3. Slowly but surely closing is Duvan on the outside. The pair are out in front of Atwell Phil, Min, Ordinary World. Down to the final fence in the Boys Sports Champion chase. Underso over from Duvan as they race into the closing stages. It's Underso leading up the run in Duvan. It's a close Sutton Express as Underso is the sweetest of them all for Patrick and Willie Mullins. Second is Duvan, third is Atwell Phil, then Min, Dr. Phoenix. Ballycasey, Ordinary World, the game changer, and tell us more.
Well, fabulous stuff. There were plenty of people, and I'd count myself amongst that number, who thought this horse might have been past his best, but he's rolled back the years here with a dashing display from the front.
White flag is raised for day 1's feature. They're off. Making their way past the stands in the Boyd Sports Champion chase, and it's last year's winner Underso disputing the lead with one of 2 outsiders, Ordinary World, and they're tracked by the favourite Min as they make the uphill run to the first of 11 fences, and not much between Ordinary World on the inside of Underso. Just behind them in third is Min, a couple of lengths back to another outsider, Castle Grace Paddy, and then Great Field. And last of the 6 as they cleared the first fence, the English runner Hell's Kitchen. Making the turn to go towards the second fence, under Sceaux on the outside of Ordinary World, 2 lengths in front of Men, who's 4 lengths in front of in fourth place, Great Field. And then Castle Grace, Paddy and Hell's Kitchen as they jump the fence at the top of the track, which was the second, and soon to make the downhill run to 3 and 4. The first of which is 2 ditches. Under Sceaux just edges ahead of Ordinary World, and right on their girts on the outside is Men. The 3 are clear from Great Field, who's followed by Castle Grace, Paddy and Hell's Kitchen as they continue downhill to fence number 3. Under Sceaux and Paul Townend lead by less than a length to Ordinary World, and Rachel Blackmore on the inside of Men, and Ruby Walsh, dominant winners of the Melling Chase at Aintree. And Great Field has closed up a little on the 3. In fourth place under Jody McGarvey, and then Castle Grace, Paddy, Davy Russell with the back marker, Hell's Kitchen and Mark Walsh. Away they go from the fourth fence, taking them down the far side to a line of 3. And they're just outside the halfway stage, and it's the Stable Companions occupying the 1 and 2 now. Under Sceaux, stalked by Men, going away from Ordinary World, and then comes Great Field, Castle Grace, Paddy and Hell's Kitchen. Nicely strung out, approaching the first of the fences in the back straight as they reach the halfway stage. Under Sceaux, followed by Men. In third place is Great Field, so now it's a 1-2-3 at this stage for Willie Mullins. In fourth is Ordinary World, and then Castle Grace, Paddy and Hell's Kitchen. Middle fence in the back straight, and a slight mistake by Men as Under Sceaux emerged with a lead of 3 lengths, racing to the last fence in the back straight, and it is the final ditch. And 5 from the finish. Under Sceaux, last year's winner over from Men. Then Great Field, Ordinary World has dropped away. Then Castle Grace, Paddy and Hell's Kitchen as they make the run out of the back straight. 5 furlongs to go and 4 more fences left to jump. In the Grade 1 Boyd Sports Champion Chase, Under Sceaux, Paul Townend, tracked by Men and Ruby Walsh. Within third place, Great Field, Jody McGarvey. Then Ordinary World, Castle Grace, Paddy and Hell's Kitchen trying to improve a bit on the outside. They've got 4 fences left to jump as they near the first of the 2 before the straight. Under Sceaux and Men clear from Great Field. Ordinary World, Castle Grace, Paddy and Hell's Kitchen at this fence half a mile from home, and in the lead is Under Sceaux with Men moving up menacingly on the outside, racing towards the third last fence. Under Sceaux and Men out clear from Great Field, then Castle Grace, Paddy, Ordinary World and Hell's Kitchen at this fence on the turn into the straight. Under Sceaux careful in second was Men, and again there's 2 lengths between them as they run the home turn with a couple of fences left to jump, and it is Under Sceaux and Paul Townend 2.5 lengths in front of Men, and Ruby Walsh now getting after Men, and it's between these as they come down towards the second last. It's Under Sceaux the leader from Men. There's 3 lengths between them now at the second last. Under Sceaux over from Men, they're well clear from Castle Grace, Paddy, Great Field down to the final fence in the Boyd Sports Champion Chase, and it is Under Sceaux has the measure of Men at the final fence. Under Sceaux, Paul Townend over from Men in second, who has no answers, and running up towards the finish. Great scenes here at Punchestown as Under Sceaux is set to win back-to-back Boys Sports Champion Chases in the colours of Edward O'Connell, ridden by Paul Townend for trainer Willie Mullins, who's second also with Men. Well clear of Castle Grace, Paddy, Great Field, Hell's Kitchen and Ordinary World.
She was lost in so many different ways, out in the darkness with no guide. I know the cost of a losing hand there, but for the grace of God, oh, I found heaven on earth. You are my last, my first, and then I hear this voice inside. Ave Maria. I've been alone when I'm so